through automation, they're now on my email campaign list. Automatically, if they're a seller lead, I click a button and it sends them an email right after we get off the phone.
You buying per phone number, or are you buying in bulk, or how does that work when you're buying these phone numbers?
Yeah, you could buy, for example, you can search up one person for the 2-year lead. Dude, that was at least 30 touches a year. So that's 60 touches before I convert them. And I'm like aggressive.
I quit the job.
Yep.
I was full-time real estate. I had 2 escrows and a listing coming up.
That's
the 2
great.
escrows canceled. The listing canceled.
That's crazy.
And I generated 11 offers for her, showing up in the email, showing up on the text.
Everywhere, dude, because nobody else is doing that.
No one is doing it.
Nobody's doing that, dude. Taking mind share. Because you got to be in people's mind. Because when they are ready to buy or sell, or they know of anyone, you want them to think about you. And the only way to do that is by marketing towards them. And you don't have to invest a lot of money into marketing, dude.
What's up, man? Thanks for joining me today, dude.
My pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure to be at J-Tech headquarters.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
I want to get really tactical for the people that are listening on the conversation.
Okay.
And I really just want to try my best to get the best out of you, right? And I want to get into winning in 2025 as an agent, because right now you got marked as Century 21's 30 under 30.
Yeah.
And who better to get knowledge and information from than Albert from himself. So thanks for coming, man. I want to get tactical.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
What does an agent have to do right now in today's market to kind of start getting some deals, man?
Build confidence. That's the number one thing. Building confidence. And the way you build confidence is when you're brand new, I'm talking as a brand new agent, is you got to outwork everybody. And I'm not saying outwork everybody just for the sake of outworking everybody. You're really doing it for yourself. You're building your confidence subconsciously, knowing that you're outworking all the agents right now that are taking a break. Because right now, when you're a new agent, at least for me, I didn't know anything about real estate. Yeah. I knew nothing about escrow. I didn't know how anything worked. And I knew there were agents that knew a lot more than I did. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then what's my competitive advantage? Well, I'm going to get there earlier and I'm going to leave later, and I'm going to do it Monday through Sunday. No one's going to outwork me. When you outwork everybody, you're proving to yourself that you deserve listings, you deserve sales. And when you build that confidence, people hire based off confidence. They don't care how much you know. They care if you think that you can get the job done for them. So I would say that building confidence, you build it several ways, but in the beginning, you're going to start building it by outworking most of the competition.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you didn't start like this. You didn't start having the mindset of entrepreneurship, business owner. Walk us through the path that you took, from the start of your real estate career to how you got to this sort of mindset, because what you just said right now is something that does not come out from a lot of agents. And I want to go deeper into you to figure out even if there's a single moment that happened that you were like, oh damn, this takes more than a regular 9 to 5.
100%. I would say that the way I landed in real estate it's really, really funny, but I was at a full-time job. I was doing security at Kaiser. I was going to Cal State Long Beach. I was just distracted. I had a girlfriend at the time. I had friends that I was just partying with. And I really wanted to do real estate. So one thing led to another. And I ended up being able to do real estate. I dropped out of college. I quit my security job, kind of just disconnected from everybody. And I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to go all into real estate. So when I went into the office that I'm at now, I made the decision that day within myself. I'm like, dude, I don't care if I don't make a penny my first year. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm going to succeed at real estate because I'm not going to go back to working a regular job. I'm not going back to school. I'm definitely not doing that. So this is it. This is it for me. I'm going to go all in. And if it takes me 2 years to succeed, it's going to take me 2 years. That mentality from day one is what allowed me to go all in, dude. Literally, I forgot about everything. I'm like, I don't care about school. I don't care about my job. I don't care if I go broke. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. So that is what led me into this, path now. And in the beginning, I didn't have a business mindset. I don't come from a business family. We all, for the most part, we're told to get a job, go get a degree. So I never came from a background of entrepreneurship or a business mindset. So in the beginning, that's all I knew, hard work. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to work until I succeed. Now it's evolved to where I look at it from a business perspective and how do I leverage my time? How do I get more out of the business by doing less? So now it's a little bit different. I still like to work hard. I feel like that's just in me, but I have a family now. I have 2 kids. I have my wife. So I can't be there super, super early and leave super, super late. There's things that I got to change now, but that's how it started in the beginning.
I love it, man. So I have a story. When I first got started into the business, I was at the office. I was doing exactly what you were saying, man. All in, working Monday through Sunday, from the time you wake up to the time you close your eyes, bro. And the first year that I went full time in real estate, I was just like, man, just consumed and obsessed with trying to make this happen. And so I was in the office. I just quit my full-time job. I was in construction, and I was just like, everything was falling apart.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I quit the job. Yep. I was full-time real estate. I had 2 escrows and a listing coming up.
That's
the 2
great.
Escrows canceled. The listing canceled.
That's crazy.
And I generated 11 offers for her.
Yeah.
And I was at this moment where I went from this high, like, oh, this is so great, to like this low, me crying in my office because things weren't coming together. Do you have a moment like that where the first couple of years where you're just like, things are amazing, and then next thing you know, shit just goes down?
I think that happens throughout my career, like every single month, dude. Like I've gotten a lot better at it, but I remember my first couple of transactions, I was 22 when I started, 22 going on 23. So I was still young, I feel, dealing with people's biggest assets. Yeah. And I remember one time I was so stressed out, like over everything that I was getting hit with on these files, issues and liens. I'm like, dude, what's a lien? I'm like, is this thing going to close? Am I going to get paid? That's all I was thinking at that moment. My clients are calling me upset. I wasn't picking up the phone because I was just so emotionally like exhausted and scared. I remember going home early with a headache, nauseous. I got home. In my front yard, I threw up because of how stressed out and terrified I was of not closing these escrows and letting my clients down. So, in the beginning, I was an emotional roller coaster, dude. I'm not going to lie. I learned later in my career, and Kobe says this, you got to keep an even keel. You can't get too high and you can't get too low. Yeah. And when things are low and like escrows are falling apart, it's easy to like take the foot off the pedal and slow down because you think things are falling apart. But it's the complete opposite too. When things are going really, really, really well, it's super easy to get comfortable, super easy to be like, I'm gonna get there a little bit later. I'm gonna leave a little bit early. So I've learned that in real estate, in any business, you gotta keep an even keel. You can't get too high, you can't get too low, because if you just keep a steady path, you won't have those emotional roller coasters like we did in the beginning. Yeah. So, but yeah, I actually have never had. People have asked me, like, have you ever thought about quitting real estate? I've never thought about quitting real estate, but I always think, is there a better way to go about my business? Like, is there a better way where I can generate more leads, get more appointments, and not have to invest so much time? So I'm always thinking of ways to improve because, dude, I don't want to be chasing clients and cold calling and doing that for the rest of my life. I want to build something where people are coming in. Yeah,
let's talk about cold calling. Let's talk about lead gen sources. So what have you kind of explored and what have you seen work in your business to get new leads, to help new people buy or sell real estate?
I keep it very, very basic. It's funny because I'm on JTech, and most people that use JTech use it for automation when it comes to social media. I use it for automation when it comes to me cold calling. So I have it linked up to my dialer. Okay. So every time I'm on the phone dialing and I get any type of lead, I click a certain button on the dialer, and then it sends it to an automation through JTech. Okay. But so most of my business is calling. Like majority of the time, you'll see me calling. I spend majority of my day in the office and I'm just calling expireds, calling for sell by owners, just listed, just sold calls, calling my database. Anybody that I can call, I'm calling. I like calling because it allows me to be in control of my schedule. It allows me to remain in the office majority of the day. It's extremely boring, but it gives me the freedom to leave home whenever I'm ready to leave home. And I primarily work sellers, not because it's like an egotistical thing. Oh, I list property. It's more, I just like being in control of my time. Yeah. And I'm not the best with buyers. Like I could be very dry at times. So I realize I'm probably not the guy to serve buyers. I should probably delegate that a little bit more. But for me, it's always been about sellers. I just was taught that way. So right now we're dialing almost every day, dude. I get there at 8:30. From 8:30 to 11:30, we're dialing no matter what. Like that's religious. Like we're doing that every single day. After that, we're following up, some admin work, an hour lunch, come back. If there's no appointments, prospect all day. So that's what I do. So nothing fancy, dude. Literally just talking to people every single day.
Walk us through some of the automations that you have implemented in your business. And I'm not talking JTech. You can talk about JTech if you want, but more so leveraging people. How many employees do you have? Who's helping you? Who are you giving the buyer leads to? Because even though you're calling for sellers, I'm pretty sure you're still getting buyers coming your way.
Yeah.
Walk us through like things that have come your way, but then you've delegated through automation or through hiring.
I'll talk about the softwares first. So I have, every time I get a lead through automation, they're now on my email campaign list. Automatically, if they're a seller lead, I click a button and it sends them an email right after we get off the phone, because I always capture their emails. And it says, hey, thanks for taking the time to speak with me about your property, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking forward to serving you. That's done. Then it's a text automatically. Hey, great speaking with you. This is Albert Sanchez. Save my number. I'm looking forward to serving you. And dude, I get a great response rate on that. That's just to like submit myself in their mind. After I get them in there, they're getting hit up by me every single month.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I had an assistant. I unfortunately had to, well, she had to leave, unfortunately, just due to circumstances with her family. But I delegated almost everything. Like every time I got a seller lead, they were getting sent a letter with a business card that same day.
Okay.
And then it had an automation where 7 days later, I had to call and say, hey, did you get my letter? It was just another reason for me to call and try to set the appointment up. But everything was automated. Now, the buyers that I have, my brother's helping me with that. He's on the team. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But I'm at a stage in my business where I need to delegate a lot more. So I'm leveraging my TC, my transaction coordinator, as much as I can. But I need another assistant. I need we do things as agents that we should not be doing.
Yeah.
We're the ones making our own flyers. We're the ones putting our clients on a custom search. We're the ones creating the CMAs. We're the ones at the home inspection. We're the ones coordinating the inspections. We're the ones picking up the closing gifts. We're the ones opening the door for the appraisal, like for the appraiser. That's not our job. Our job is very basic. It's prospect, which is lead generate, follow up, set appointments, go on the appointments, and get the signatures. That's all we need to do. And if we can think about it that way, and we can realize that that's what we're best at, we'll get super good at that, and we'll delegate the rest. Because, dude, anybody can make a flyer. Like, it's super easy. Go on Canva. Like, how much do we get paid as real estate agents? Some of us are making $25,000, $20,000, $30,000 checks. Should we be making a flyer, or should we pay someone $17 an hour and let them make our flyers, outsource it to someone in what are those VAs? Where are they from? The Philippines
or whatever.
Have them do it. Like that's kind of like, and right now we are leveraging the VAs because, dude, we're not the ones managing our CRM. We're not the ones creating the emails. Like we have people doing that for us because, dude, I can't imagine being, and you have kids. Imagine being a real estate agent that does everything, being a dad, being a husband, managing property. Like, it's impossible. So like you need to hire people. In the beginning, you're going to do everything yourself, and it's part of the process. But as soon as you can, I made the mistake when I first started and I started making money. I wasn't buying expensive things, but I wasn't putting things back into my business. I should have hired as soon as I could have. People say, oh, hire when you have 30 transactions under your name for that year. No, hire when you're on track to do 30 transactions for the year, even 25, because if you never hire someone, you're never going to hit 30 transactions a year. So you got to look at it that way. So leveraging is extremely important. And I would say that you never want to do everything on your own, because if you do everything on your own, you're making more money than you would at your 9 to 5, but you're working twice, 3 times as hard. That's not how business should be.
Yeah. All right, let's get tactical and let's talk about actionable things that people can do.
Okay.
And straight like recommendations from you. And I want to talk to the people that maybe haven't done a deal.
Okay.
But I also want to talk to the people that have done 10, 20 deals.
Okay.
And they're looking for their next one.
Okay.
Where and what should people spend their time on right now to just lock up a deal this week or next week? Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
where do you see it?
In the beginning, when I first joined real estate, I was cold calling a lot. Just listed, just sold. I was getting a bunch of leads because rates were good. People were, thinking about making the move, and they had a low interest rate. And if they moved, they would get more or less the same interest rate. So more people were open to the idea of moving. Today, majority of the US has a 2.5%, 3% interest rate. A lot of them are not thinking about jumping into a 6% interest rate. So why would we spend our time calling just sold? We're getting more contacts, but less leads. Right now in 2025, if you want to get a listing this week or a buyer this week, if you're looking for buyers, you got to host open houses. I believe so. Like, serious buyers are pulling up to open houses. Like, it doesn't get more serious than that.
Yeah.
You got to host some open houses, I feel. For sellers, you got to call people that are looking to sell, people that have had a life change, a divorce, an affidavit of death, someone passed away, a probate, an expired, a for sale by owner, NODs. That's what I would say you need to do in today's market. You can't just call people or talk to people that have nothing in their mind regarding real estate. You want to go after people that are saying, hey, I may be thinking about selling. That would be my action step.
I know you're enjoying this conversation, but I wanted to talk to you about today's sponsor, www.jtech.pro. This is a tool to help you stay in touch with your leads, past clients by sending email campaigns, doing mass texts, voicemail drops, contact organization, website creation, landing, and many, many more features. To get started, visit www.jtech.pro to get a free 14-day trial and get ready to level up your business. All right, let's get back into the conversation. Peace. What I heard was, you want buyers, open house.
100%.
You want sellers, start calling some people.
Start calling some people.
Pick up the phone and start calling some people.
Pick up the phone, start calling some people.
Who and how are you calling these people? Like, how do you find these for sale by owners? How do you find these expireds? Where are you getting the data from?
Okay, so I use Vulcan 7 for my expireds for sale by owners. You can use any website. You could use Vortex. You could ask your title rep if they have old leads, and you could start calling those. I use Property Radar. Property Radar, it's a subscription-based website, but it allows you to buy phone numbers. They're really good numbers. Sometimes nothing against title companies, but when you ask for phone numbers, half of them are wrong numbers, and you're investing your time not the best way. So I use Property Radar. I buy all my phone numbers from there. If I want all the affidavits of deaths in all of LA and Orange County within the last 6 months, I can go in there and buy that. If I want non-owner occupied properties with certain criteria, I can buy that. I buy all that data. I download my data from Vulcan 7 and I input everything into Ready Mode. Ready Mode is the best dollar you're ever going to get. When you're
why is it like Enzo where it's 13 dials at a time?
Yeah, more or less. I think it's better than Enzo because it's a lot more efficient and easier to use. And then nothing against Enzo. I used Enzo too, but I just preferred Ready Mode. But anything is better than Mojo. I know.
Yeah, everyone's on Mojo.
No, you got to get rid of Mojo. Like, I was just calling next to someone at the office today. In 1 hour, they spoke to 7 people.
Damn.
In 1 hour, I spoke to like 20 people.
Oh, wow.
So like my odds are a lot higher than his, and my time is much better invested than his.
That's a little over 3x.
Yeah, for sure.
What he's doing.
Yeah, and I remember when I first heard about Enzo, to me, it was like life-changing. I'm like, no way. Like, I don't have to spend 8 hours to talk to 100 people. I can just spend 4 hours to talk to 100 people. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get on it right away. And I got on it like quick. And then I found Ready Mode. I'm like, I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna get on Ready Mode. So that's what I use. But very, very simple. I buy my data. I get great data. I call people that are more likely to sell, and I use a dialer that's gonna get me a lot more answers within a shorter period of time. Because dude, time is money. Like, we can't do everything. Like, I cannot invest 8 hours in calling. I can't do that anymore. I could do 5 hours, and in those 5 hours, I'll talk to 75, 100 people. So
there's probably one person curious on here that's watching this. They want to know, when you're buying the data, are you buying per phone number, or are you buying in bulk, or how does that work when you're buying these phone numbers?
Yeah, you could buy, for example, you can search up one person, one property address, and you could buy that phone number for 8 cents.
Okay.
Right? But for me, like, I'll get a list of 5,000 people, and it's 8 cents a record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Got it.
So you got to pay for it. Yeah.
Walk us through. We know the beginning now. We know the lead gen, and I kind of want to go into the whole like life of a lead for you.
Yeah.
From you first introducing yourself over the phone to you maybe like giving them a check.
Yeah.
Because you sold their property, right? And then afterlife.
Got it.
Of just checking in with them, saying hi to your past clients or whatever. So data comes into dialer, you make a contact, you have a conversation with someone, you put this person on an automation where it checks in with them,
emails,
email and text
text
messages,
yes.
and then you call again.
Yes.
From the first contact to maybe like when you see them in person, what are you seeing averaging throughout your leads this year or last year? Like how many times does it take for you to touch that person?
Yeah.
But to like, to see them in person, how long does it take? Or how many times does it take?
Good question. So there have been leads where it takes me 2 years
Wow.
to get the listing.
Yeah.
And I remember like I just picked up a listing in Downey.
Nice. Congrats, man.
Thank you, bro. And I looked through my records, 2 years of follow-up.
Wow.
Consistent follow-up.
Crazy.
Like texts, emails, sending them letters, going to their house, dropping off a CMA. Like I'll do stuff like that. But in my mind, every time I'm prospecting, I expect to get people that I'm gonna have to wait a year, 2 years, 6 months to convert. But I expect the 1 week, 2 week turnarounds. Like that's in my mind when I'm prospecting, I'm like, dude, someone's gonna say yes today, and I'm gonna be in their house later this week, and I'm gonna walk out with the listing.
Nice.
And that's happened to me. So it all varies. Like it's all different. But I would say, like for example, the 2 year lead, dude, that was at least 30 touches a year. So that's 60 touches before I convert them. And I'm like aggressive, dude. Like I'll get my cell phone, and if they don't answer my phone, I'll send them a video.
I have seen that.
Yeah, I'll drive to someone's house, and if they don't open the door, I'll send a video of me outside their house. Like I've done things like that because, dude, like these people don't know me. Like I literally like just called them over the phone, and like I don't expect them to trust me, but I'm gonna show them that I'm the real thing. Like I'm gonna work to earn your business. So it takes a lot of touches sometimes. Sometimes I kid you not, bro. Like I have had a lead on Monday, and that Friday I'm at their house getting a listing signed. Wow. But between that Monday and that Friday, I'm sending them a video. I'm calling them. My biggest thing is before I get to my client's house, because majority of the time they don't know me, I need to build trust. So how do I build trust? Sending them video, sending them a text, calling them. So I do all of that. Sending them an email.
Showing up, man.
Showing up, bro. So
showing up in the email, showing up on the text.
Everywhere, dude. Because nobody else is doing that.
No one is doing it.
Nobody's doing that, dude. And I even said, I'm old school. I follow Mike Ferry. I get a pre-listing package, and if I can't email it to them, I have my brother drop it off at the doorstep.
Oh, okay.
So I do everything that I can so that when I arrive and I get into that house, that all right, this guy Albert, he's legit. Like he's not a scammer,
I love that, man.
Imagine getting called by someone. I still trip out till this day. I'm like, dude, if someone cold called me, like I would not list my house with them. I would not. Like that's just the type of person that I am. But people do it all the time, bro. And I'm like, dude, I'm glad that I'm a good person. I have your best interest at heart. But man, I don't know how you trust me right now. You know what I mean?
Hear you, man.
But it's the building of a relationship through automation, through media. That's been the biggest thing for me.
Listing signed.
Yes.
Walk us through what you do next. What happens?
Get the listing, bring it back to the office, give it to the TC. I give my team, my brother in this case, instructions as to what to do with the listing. Hey, we got to wait 2 weeks before we get photos. Or hey, they're ready to go. Take care of it. We get it on the market and start promoting it and get it in escrow. That's pretty much it. After I get it in escrow, I have escrow and the TC get involved, and they handle the whole thing. One thing about me that is, and I know I need to do a better job at it, but I suck at paperwork. Like I dislike it. Like I don't even don't come talk to me about an addendum. Like just deal with it. Like you guys, I don't like doing that stuff. I don't like being hands-on like that. So I delegate as much as possible, and then we close the transaction. In the beginning, I was so hands-off with my transactions that I wouldn't even follow with my clients during the transaction. I was very like keep going and keep getting more business, that I forgot to maintain and really establish the relationship with my clients during the escrow period. Yeah. And that led to not getting referrals after we closed. Like I would get great like results for them, selling above their asking price or selling in the time frame that they'd wanted, but I wasn't getting referrals. I'm like, dude, what's going on here? Like I don't want to be searching for business every single year. So something had to change. And what changed was, now that we are taking a lot more sellers in, it's like, okay, my job with my clients is to build a relationship, a deep enough relationship to where by the time we close escrow, we are friends, we're family. And that's my priority now. Because dude, I'm like, dude, I could be cold calling every single day, and yeah, I'm getting these clients, but if I'm not turning these clients into like raving fans or family, they're not going to refer me. They're just they're just going to say, oh yeah, that guy Albert helped us sell a house. Now I've had clients where, dude, your family, like come over to my daughter's quinceañera I'm like, all right, cool. I'm doing the right thing. Like, and now
what were you doing? What switched in the process? Were you checking in with them a little more frequently, or what were you doing?
100%. And I was being human.
Got it.
You know, I came from like a working family, and I never knew the importance of customer service.
Yeah.
I had no idea what customer service was, the importance of it. I just knew work hard. So like my clients were happy with the results, but we never built a relationship. So now after like we close escrow, I don't give closing gifts anymore. I don't do that. What I do is I take them out to dinner.
I love that because I do that too, man. I take all my sellers out to dinner.
And that's the way
it's such a more personable approach.
And you're
share a meal together.
You're investing the same amount of money sometimes, but you're having a good time. The food is good, and you're getting to know them on a deeper level outside of work.
I love that, man.
Yeah, so I've been doing that now.
Very cool.
It's fun, something to look forward to. Like, all right, we have a closing coming up. Which restaurant are we going to this time? You know?
I love that, man.
Yeah, so that's been the difference now.
Walk us through. You close the deal. You give the seller, the check or whatever. Mm-hmm. How often are you checking in with these people? How do you check in with these people?
Yeah.
Are you gathering all of your past clients together to host an event? Walk us through like the nurturing stage to keep these people raving fans. Are you doing anything like that right now?
I am now. One of the things that we have now is that we have all their birthdays.
Okay.
So they're on our CRM. Every time their birthday hits, automation. Starbucks gift card gets sent out. Email gets sent out. I get a task. Hey, call the client. So now we're doing that. On top of that, they're on a we're starting to mail again. Like we're realizing like, okay, media is all over the place. You go on social media, you get like so much media coming at you all at once. No one's really sending mail nowadays.
Yeah.
So we're mailing now. We're doing that once a quarter. On top of that, we're calling them once a quarter, and we're just checking in. Like I'm actually starting to follow them on Instagram. So if they post something, I'll start commenting. And I just started doing that. So I keep it very simple. I know a lot of people try to overcomplicate it. And I was overcomplicating it in the beginning. I'm like, dude, like I haven't talked to this person. This person probably forgot about me, or they're probably upset because I haven't called them. Mm-hmm. Dude, they don't care. Like, no, they don't. They're not thinking about you. Like if my barber called me right now.
They don't care, bro.
They don't. Like if my barber called me right now, I would not think, dude, this guy hasn't called me in months.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, that's cool. My barber's calling me. What's up, dude? So it's the same thing with our clients. Like they're not thinking about us. We're the ones making up stories in our minds. So I would encourage anybody that hasn't done a good job of nurturing their past clients, just start calling them. I would start by mailing them something and then calling them a week later. Say, hey, I mailed you something. How have you been? And start the conversation from there. One of the things, though, that I will say that I would highly recommend is focus on the relationship. When I'm sure most of the people watching this video followed Mike Ferry. I don't know if you know this script where you would call your past clients your center of influence, and you would say, hey, Jesse, this is the business call. Do you have a minute?
I remember that script. Yeah.
I'm so coachable that if someone tells me to do something, I'll do it exactly the way they tell me to do it. I won't even question it. So I would call people and I would say, hey, this is a business call. Who do you know looking to buy or sell in the next 30 days? Bro, I was not building a relationship. Like I was doing the complete opposite. They were probably annoyed at me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I was just doing what they told me to do. Now I call and it's still business. I'll call them and say, hey, Jesse, how you doing? How are the kids? Good. That's awesome. Hey, I was thinking about you. I don't know if you heard, but rates dropped and just wanted to check in and see if I can do anything for you guys. Boom. Now they know it's real estate, but I'm building a relationship. And that's the important thing. And it's all about building relationships in this business, bro.
All right. What I just heard from you is don't follow the script word for word.
100%.
Add your personality into it.
I made that mistake, bro, for a long time. I was very, very, very robotic because, dude, I came from just working. Like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. I was doing security before this. Like there's no customer service in security, bro. Like it's just you're tackling people and tying people down. It's a complete opposite.
Yeah.
So when I joined real estate, I'm all right, tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Yeah.
No, dude, like know the scripts. I know all the scripts. Not all of them, but I know majority of them. I have them memorized. But now I'm not speaking or saying the script verbatim.
Yeah.
I just know what to say and how to say it. And I added Albert to it. You know what I mean? So that would be my biggest suggestion.
Walk us through how you're using video right now, because recently I've been seeing you post video after video after video. And then what people see out there is not what you're actually doing. Because I think you're a heavy video user.
Yeah.
You said right now that you're sending your clients a video. You're sending leads a video. How impactful do you think video is in your business right now?
Video is extremely powerful because especially when you're sending it directly to that lead or that client.
Yeah.
Like if I send you a video saying, "Hey Jesse, how you doing?" You're not going to ignore that video.
Nope.
Like no matter what, you're going to watch that video. So that's impactful on that level when you're doing it personally. But I started posting on social media. I don't have a big following, but why I started doing it was because my dude, if someone follows me on Instagram because I called them and they looked me up on Instagram and I have nothing, like they're going to see that they're going to think I'm a part-time agent, or they're going to think I have no production. And right now, I think what's happening is there's a lot of agents that are posting on social media but aren't producing. And there's a lot of agents that are producing that are not posting on social media. So I think you got to be able to do both. You got to produce while still having those visuals on social media, YouTube, whatever the case may be, because people look you up, dude. Like, and I've had clients where I'm supposed to meet with them and I'm about to list their property. They look at my production and they're like, "Oh, you never sold anything in my house, in my area, so I'm not going to list with you." I'm like, "Oh, dang, people are smart." You know what I mean? Like
people look up your stats.
People look up your stats. So it's like, dude, you got to keep producing while making video, and you got to keep making video while you're producing, because like there's been clients where they ask me, "Oh, are you on social media?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am," but like I'm not posting anything. So my dude, no, I got to post on social media.
Yeah.
So if they look me up, I at least have something to show that I'm current, So that's been the biggest thing. And then when I post on social media, I take that link and I email it to my database. So right now my database, it's
oh my gosh, give me some.
Let's go.
Give me some. I love that, man.
Yeah, so I have like 1,000.
I do that too.
Yeah, I have 1,200 people on my database that are homeowners.
Yes.
That I built great relationships with. So I just email them now. Email them, "Hey, check out this video that I did on a HELOC. Check out this video that I did on a whatever the case is." So now, and you can see who clicks it. So now when they click it, guess who I'm calling the next day? I'm calling them.
Call them, bro.
And I'm like, "Hey, dude, I don't know if you got my email." Of course they got it. I saw that they clicked it.
Call the people that click on the
dude. So that's part of my calling list now. Like, okay, who opened up my last email? Okay, that's good. Who clicked the video? Okay, 80 people clicked the video. I'm calling these 80 people today. Because they clicked for a reason. There's some interest. And now when I call, they don't know that I know that they clicked the video.
They don't know, man.
So they're going to be like, "Dude, this guy Albert's on it, dude.
This isn't a coincidence."
Exactly.
This isn't a coincidence.
Exactly.
Man.
They're tripping out. Like, dude, I just saw this guy's video yesterday.
It's meant to be that Albert's calling me.
And it's all about, my coach says we all think about taking market share, and that's important. But what's more important is taking mind share, because you got to be in people's mind. Because when they are ready to buy or sell, or they know of anyone, you want them to think about you. And the only way to do that is by marketing towards them. And you don't have to invest a lot of money into marketing, dude. You build a database big enough and you just market consistently towards them. It's said that 10% of your database should either use you or refer you. So if you grow your database to 500 people and there's solid relationships, you should be closing 50 deals from that database. So, you don't have to pay a lot of money to market. You can start small and just nurture the crap out of those relationships.
Powerful, man.
Yeah.
Powerful. Before I let you go, what's one thing that you would tell an agent now about mindset? Because this business is brutal, man. This business is like, it'll chew you up and it'll spit you the hell out.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I feel like there are a lot of lonely people out there, man.
Yeah.
I feel like this year, last year, whatever, mindset has always been like one of the top things. And I'm curious, what would you recommend? What would you say to someone that is beaten down or lonely and they just want to give up? Like, what would you say to them?
From like the bottom of my heart, I would say that everybody's been there. Like I've been there. I've been there in the sense of like, how am I going to do this? You know what I mean? How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to beat last year's production? How am I going to buy the investment property that I want to buy? Like, am I on track? Am I going to do this? Everyone has their definition of hitting rock bottom or feeling lonely. So you're not alone. For one, I would say that. But number two, and I was thinking about that this morning, in this business, through the power of our mindset, we have the power to make a decision to change our life that day. Like we can change the trajectory of our business and our life at any given moment. Like I've been there where I go weeks without getting appointments or getting listings, and I wake up one morning, I'm like, dude, F this.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I'm not putting up with this. Like, I'm going to go into that office. I'm going to get a listing. I'm going to make it happen. And the power of the mind and you believing it will allow you to do that. Even if you don't get it that week, you're building momentum to start getting back on track. So I would say, understand that you have the power to make a decision to change your life. It's up to you. No one's going to come to save you. Like, I realized that, dude. My broker's not going to save me. My manager's not going to save me. My friends aren't going to save me. My parents aren't going to save me. Like, it's up to me. So let me get my thoughts straight and make the decision to change, and I'm going to change today. Second thing is I would put myself in a room where people are winning. That's the biggest thing for me, dude. Like, I'm surrounded by people that are constantly getting after it. So it's normal for me to want to work hard and compete and outproduce. And that's important for me. You know, I have a good buddy, George Valencia, another top agent, dude. This guy like pushes me because he's moving up in life. I'm moving up. I move up. He moves up. Like, we're constantly like iron sharpens iron. Like, we're constantly pushing ourselves to be better, and we're constantly going through the same struggles. So we're talking about it. So I would say that put yourself in a room where people are getting after it, because it's only going to want to make you level up. Okay. And the last thing I would say is get involved in some activities. You know,
What are you talking, like sports, or what are you talking about?
No. Well, that too, that would be cool. No, activities like prospecting activities.
Okay.
Most agents think that real estate is just like talking to people once in a while and you're going to get business. No, dude. Like, there'll be times where I'm talking to agents and I know they're new agents. And I'm like, all right, dude, how many contacts did you get today? Like 12. I'm like, bro, I'm at 50 contacts today and I'm doing more business than you. Why are you winning and he's not?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Why
it
is
must be luck.
Because I'm talking to more people. I'm prospecting more. I'm following up more. So I think action beats anything. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, oh man, this year has not been the best year, well, look at your schedule. Look at what you're doing on a daily basis and analyze, okay, am I doing everything that I can to put myself in the best position to win? If I'm not, let me change that. Let me create a schedule, make prospecting the number one priority. And I guarantee you, through action, you're going to build momentum. Once you build momentum, your confidence goes up, and now you just start attracting these leads, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy the way it works. And I will say this, real estate business is a spiritual thing, bro. Like, I kid you not, like it's very spiritual. Like, when you feel good and you feel connected to God or the universe, whatever you believe in, you start attracting the things that you want, dude. Like, so I would say that is you got to be mentally, spiritually, physically on point. Like, you got to just be the complete package, because we don't chase business, we attract it. So if we're chasing business, it's because we're not the person that we need to be to attract it. So we're constantly chasing it. Guess what? When you chase something, it's going to run away. But when you attract it to the person that you're becoming, dude, it just flows to you. So that would be my thing right there.
I love it, man. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much
for
coming on, man. There's a conversation on here that maybe if this video gets 50 likes, I'll invite you over for an encore. But there's a conversation that I still want to have with you on, okay, you make all this money over here. Where do you put the money?
Real estate.
So we'll get in. If we get 50 likes on this video,
let's do it.
We'll do another video, and I want to have a separate conversation with you about the investing side.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. J-Tech, let's make it happen.
Thank you, man. Boom.